drill will be activated whenever there's a report of fire. So the gang was sound. They activated the fire drill from the police perspective. At the same time, we called the fire services and the other agency in relation to GPL and the rest of it. And so the initial response by the police in collaboration with members of the fire service, they quickly de-escalated the fire. And so as you can see now, really, I don't want to go too much in depth in terms of what damage has been incurred, but when we concluded the market exercise, we can talk to you in this regard, but it's only fitting that the fire chief speak to what really transpired as a day here of responsibility.
Okay. Yes, well, good morning. Like the Commissioner would have alluded to, we got the initial call, and so the fire service would have responded. The regular SOP was put in place, which is we'll have a turnout of 5 tenders, 2 from Central, and 1 each from Campbellville, Alberton, and West Rumpel. So that response came, but I want to give shout out, thanks and good work to the members of the police force who would have used the training that they would have received from the Guyana Fire Service in doing basic firefighting with the use of fire extinguishers. That would have helped to keep the fire under control until the arrival of the fire service. On arrival of the first appliance, smoke and fire was seen emanating from a particular room, and so the fire service was able to gain entrance into that room, find the seat of the fire, put it out. And so what we are seeing now is just the hot air from that fire, and they're doing ventilation, so they're opening up windows and doors so that that hot air will be able to get out of the building. I'm hoping that at the end of this exercise, there would not be much damage that would have been done by fire, neither by the water. And so also at the conclusion of this firefighting exercise, our investigators will be going in to do the investigative work, and I'm certain they will be able to come up with the cause of this fire.
So that's when there was a fire in this area. It was across at these chambers, right?
Yes.
Whatever became of the investigations there, the results? It's been months now.
Yes, well, I'm certain the investigation was completed, but the information as it relates to the cause of that fire, I am not in a position to relate that at this moment.
Why not?
Just because procedures that follow.
Well, it's been several months now. You have given the results of several other investigations. Why this particular fire, the fire service appears to be on the back foot with releasing information on it?
I wouldn't want to say that we are in the back foot, and particularly because of this fire, the fire that you're referring to. But there are procedures that need to be followed. Investigative work are always, sometimes the investigators come up with the cause of the fire very early, and then there are other times when there are systems that need to be followed. It may take a little longer to come up with the cause of the fire. So generally there's no time limit or time span given as to when the cause of a fire should be established.
But this is unusually long. Why?
It may appear so to members of the public.
There was a report completed and handed over. Have you been prevented from releasing the findings of the report?
No way. The cause of the fire will be released by the fire department, because the fire department is the sole authority in Guyana by law to find cause of fires. And so there will be no issue as to releasing that information when the time is good.
On the report and everything would have stated the cause of the fire and what's not. That fire that my colleague is referring to.
And like I said just now, when that process has been completed, the fire service will release.
So guys, you would have heard from the fire chief as it relates to a previous fire and this fire that just moments ago occurred here in the building that houses certain parts of the cybercrime unit. There was a fire here just moments ago, and you would have heard from the commissioner of police and the fire chief. The fire would have started in one room, and the fire was able to have been contained, and hopefully the fire department's investigation will be able to afford the general public a better understanding of what would have caused the fire. Only recently, just across the road there was a fire, you know, in an adjoining building to the DPP building. The fire chief was just asked and he said the investigation is completed, but for some reason he has been unable to release that information, so we're hoping to get that information soon. The Guyanese Critic for Daybreak News.